Today, I just wanted to give you a little bit of help with the teleporters that go from game to game. So if we scroll down at the very bottom of our screen in a game, in the templates section, you scroll way over to the side and you'll see game teleporter with image and game teleporter. These are really easy to use, but you do need to know how to get the ID of the game you're going to. Let's just do that now. I'll teach you how to get an ID. You just go to the game that you want to travel to. So I'll just go to one of my own games here. And up here in the URL of the game, there's a string of nonsense numbers. That's actually the ID you're after. So if you just double click on that string of numbers, it'll highlight it and then you can just copy it. So I just hit Control C and now I can go paste that into the teleporter that I want it to be in. So let's go back into edit mode here. I normally edit this stuff with the game stopped. Just so that I can see the placeholder text and stuff. But here's the script. In game ID, paste that number you had. Now, if you want, you can also write a name for it. And if you want everyone who goes through that teleporter to be in their own special multiplayer version of that game, you can use your own invite code, like Heather's Hub. If you want them to be in the multiplayer session that everybody else is by default, you can actually get that as well from the URL of the game. So if I look here at the top, it says MP equals then 993B4. If I copy that and put that in this multiplayer invite code thing, then the people will be in the sort of the default multiplayer session. This other teleporter works the same way, but you have to paste the ID in two spots on this one. This first script is for the thumbnail. That's for the picture that comes on the back of the pad here. And then the other one, this one here, is for the actual game that you're going to arrive at. So you have to paste it in both of those. Again, it gives you a choice for a multiplayer session ID. I'm just going to grab the default one. Then the other things on these two teleporters, like this text that shows up, you can change that if you want. Like if you don't want this to have countdown text, you can actually get rid of it. Or you could just change the name or change the timing so it's quicker, stuff like that. So mess around with the settings and the text. But do notice that the destination part and the text that says 5 here, those are being filled out by the code. So the game's display name is going to go here, and the countdown time as it counts down will display where this number is, and the teleporting one doesn't change. It just shows up when the pad is active, but you could change what that says. So you could say traveling in or whatever you want. Let's hit save first so I don't lose my work, and let's try out our teleporters. So now when I hit play, you notice it has the picture of that game that I went to. This one here has the new display name I put on. I didn't put a display name on this one yet, so it still just says game name here. And if I go on either of these, I'll get a countdown, and then I'll travel through to it. You can change the art on the teleporters so they look any way that you want. And here you go, I'm in the target game. So if you're making a hub for yourself, you should definitely make a hub that has doorways to all the games that you want to go. And in those games, put doors back to your main hub. That will keep players flowing through and discovering all of your content. There's quite a few player hubs that you can check out for examples of that kind of thing. So if we go visit Hub World, I'm just going to hop into the Coliseum here. There's actually a section for player hubs, and they've all been set up using the teleporters that I just showed you. If you make a hub, totally get your games hooked up to it, and maybe it'll get featured up here in the Coliseum. But if we go over here to the creator hubs, you can see quite a few examples. Let's jump into Julia Plays' Panda Hub here. Notice this is the same teleport pad, same kind of thing as the template toy one. And on the other end here, when we go into the Panda Hub, we can see that this teleporter here is set to go to the Panda FPS game. So it's a really fun way to like link all your game worlds together or use one game for lore, things like that. So here, this teleporter links over to Panda Diorama. I hope that helps. If you have any trouble setting up your teleporters, just let me know and have fun making games.